It's gonna make things better. Today we're gonna do some Vinyasa, and it's gonna be it's gonna be a little sweaty, a little dynamic. If you have a block, you will definitely want to have it close to you, close to the top of the mat. And I think that's it, really. You can always have a strap for forward folds. Hi, David. But yeah, we should be good to go. We can start seating actually. We'll come to a child's pose in a second. But yeah, you can just sit comfortably for now. Hello. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Sit comfortably, cross-legged position. Or if you like to spend some time in child's pose, you can also come straight to a child's pose. Hi, Katarina. Relax the shoulders. Relax the arms, the face, the breath. And just take a moment here just to center yourself. To really arrive onto your mat. Leaving your day behind. And really drawing your focus within yourself. So tonight's class is going to be quite dynamic. And there might be some challenging postures, some challenging transitions, but as always, listen to yourself, listen to your body, take breaks whenever you need to. I'm going to offer a ton of them, but not a ton of them, I'm going to offer some breaks, but if you need more, always take more. Listen to your breath, make sure that your breath is still flowing. And if you find that you're just starting to struggle a little bit too much, then just slow down. There's no obligation to do any posture, nothing that you feel uncomfortable with. I'm just offering options. But for now, we're going to start very gently, of course. And for now, we just want to bring our awareness to the breath. To start become aware that we are breathing. This very simple thing that we do hundreds and hundreds of times a day without even thinking about it. Just appreciate the quality of your breath today. And start to maybe find a little bit more active breath, a Ujjayi breath. Encourage the breath to go all the way deep into the lungs. You can even place your hands on your rib cage here, on the lower part of your rib cage, and send the breath towards your hands. And really feel the expansion, the pressing of the ribs into the hands. Feeling the ribs going to the side and closer to each other. Elongate the breath slightly and start to breathe with sound. Good, and you can rest the hands back on the knees now. Keep breathing like this. Next inhale, let's raise the arms over the head, stretching up. And exhale, bring your palms in front of your chest. Of course, if you are in child's pose, just stay in child's pose. Bow the head towards the hands, open the eyes. Namaste. Hello, hello, thank you. All right, let's come to a child's pose now. If you are not there already, bringing the knees wide apart, big toes touching, and stretch your fingertips forward. Rest your forehead towards the mat. If that's a little too much to start with in the shoulders, you can also come onto your forearms and stack the fists and just rest your forehead onto the fists. That's always a good option for child's pose, especially at the start of the class when the shoulders are a little bit cold. You can always do this version, or even with a block under the forehead. But if your shoulders are ready for it, you can stretch the arms. Lengthen the spine and draw the hips towards the heels. Don't worry if they don't touch, we just want this action of drawing the hips back and finding a little bit of length in the spine. If your arms are stretched forward, you can also come onto the fingertips and really reach the fingertips forward so that you can start to feel the elbows lift, maybe the chest as well, and a little bit more stretch into the side body, into the side of the shoulders, maybe even along the arms. Alright, and now let's slowly come up into all fours position. Draw the knees slightly closer together, just under the hips. And let's turn the fingers to face your knees. So one hand at a time. If it's very intense on your wrist, you can stay with one hand at a time and release a bit of pressure by pressing your other hand down. If your wrists are ready for it, you can turn both hands at the same time. If you want more intensity, you will draw your hips back. If you want less, you bring your shoulders forward and reduce the angle. If you're doing one head at a time, switch it now. Just breathe. Okay, and very slowly, carefully bring your shoulders forward and turn one hand and the other. Maybe sit back onto the heels and press the back of the hands together, and you can do some circles here, drawing the fingers towards you, towards the top, forward and down. Just keeping a slight pressure between the backs of the hands when you draw them together. And then reverse the circles. All right. Open and close. Shake. And then come back to your hands and knees. So hands and knees under, hands under the shoulders and knees under the hips. Couple of cat-cows, nice and easy. As you inhale, drop the bellies and the chest forward and the hips up. And as you exhale, press the hands down and round the spine. Inhale, stretching the front body. Exhale, push your hands down, tuck the tailbone, let the head drop. Inhale, curve. Exhale, round. Inhale, curve. And this time, tuck the toes, and as you exhale, lift the hips into your downward dog. When not staying, just bring the knees back down And inhale, curve the spine again. Exhale to round the spine. Inhale to curve. Exhale to downward dog again. Just a quick stretch, just one breath maybe. Shake the hips, shake the legs, shake the head. And then drop the knees back down. And we'll do one last round. Inhale to curve. And exhale to round. Inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. And this time we stay a little bit longer. Finding your down dog today. Pressing all 10 fingertips to the mat. Lifting the hips. Very good. Now let's drop the knees back down again and stretch the arms forward into a puppy pose. So arms stretch forward, hips stay over the knees, and we drop the chest down. Forehead can come to the mat or towards the mat. Or if that's very easy, you can draw the chin down. As you next inhale, let's keep the forearms down, but move the chest forward into a Sphinx pose. So your whole body comes down, basically. You're lifting the chest, and the elbows are just under the forearms. Just under the shoulders, sorry. Forearms are parallel. You're pressing the forearms down and drawing the elbows towards yourself so that you're kind of dragging the chest forward. Start to engage the legs by pressing the tops of the feet down, lift the knees slightly off the mat, and press the pubic bone down and the belly button in towards the spine. Alright, let's go to downward facing dog. Hands under the ribcage, next to the ribcage, and press your hips up. As you next inhale, let's gaze forward, bend the knees and step to the top of the mat. Keep your feet nice and wide apart and lift the chest up. As you exhale, fold over the legs. Take a moment here, maybe shake from side to side. Let the arms rest and just sway or grab the opposite elbows. Letting the weight of the head pull on the spine so that you get a bit of decompression to the lower back. Alright, and we'll come all the way up slowly and roll the spine. Lift the arms up over the head. Grab the left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to lean to the right. Press the left foot down and stretch the left side body. Inhale back to center, switch the arms, lengthen and just lean to the other side. Gently pulling onto your right wrist. Inhale back to center. Release the arms and interlace the fingers behind the lower back. Lift the chest, draw the shoulders back. And exhale, bend the knees. And try to find the contact between your torso and your thighs. And let your head rest. And the arms come overhead. As you inhale, anchor the feet down and imagine someone is pulling your hands to bring you all the way back up, and relax the arms. Alright, let's go, let's flow. Bring your feet slightly closer together, but still a little bit apart actually. You can stay under your hips. Find your Tadasana, mountain pose, very strong. Good posture, tilting the pelvis so that it's neutral as much as possible. And as you inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale to fold over the legs. Inhale to lift the chest up. And exhale, step your left foot back, bring your left knee down into a simple lunge. So you're in the lizard lunge actually. Your hands are inside of your right foot. Lift the chest as you inhale. And as you exhale, find downward facing dog. Hands down and step your right leg back. Good. As you inhale, come forward to a plank pose. As you exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest and chin to the floor. Your choice. Inhale to slide the chest forward, relax the shoulders back, lift the chest. And exhale to your downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. As you inhale, look forward and bring the right foot forward. You can move your right hand slightly more towards the center to make room for your foot to land. Drop the left knee down. Inhale to lift the chest and exhale to drop the hips down. We're going to bring our left foot forward now. So press your hands down, lift the back knee and step forward into your forward fold. Inhale to press the foot down, lift the arms up, maybe lean back slightly, and exhale, hands to heart. Alright, we're doing this again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to lift the chest up. And exhale, this time, right leg back, right knee down. Lift the chest up. Exhale, drawing your hips a little bit more forward, your chest a little bit up. Coming to our downward facing dog, hands down, and step the left foot back. Alright, as you inhale, forward to plank pose. As you exhale, your choice, chaturanga or knees, chest and chin. Inhale to slide forward into your cobra or up dog. And exhale into your downward facing dog. Preparing to move the left foot forward, so left hand comes to the center of the mat, left foot forward, right knee down. Lifting the chest as you inhale and exhale. Right foot will come forward, lifting the back knee and stepping all the way forward and folding. Inhale to lift the arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Okay, very good. Inhale, arms up again. Exhale, folding over the legs. Inhale to lift the chest up. And exhale to again bring your left foot back, left knee down. This time we bring the left hand only on the inside of the right foot, and the right arm goes up into a twist. You can also always use a block under your left hand for a little bit more height, a little bit more space. Make sure your hips are drawing towards the mat. You're feeling the stretch in the front of the left hip. And there's a little bit of a twist in the chest. Good. Let's bring the right hand down, left hand down, and step back to your downward facing dog. As you inhale, plank pose. Exhale, Vinyasa, your choice. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to your cobra and exhale to your downward dog. Alright, other side. Let's bring the left foot forward, right knee down, and we'll find our twist again. The block can be under your right hand. Lift the left hand up, open the chest. Keep pressing the right hand down. You can draw your left hand back a little bit more to find more opening, more twist. Very good. Left hand comes back down, move the block to the side and move the right foot forward for your forward fold. As you inhale, press into the feet, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Let's flow to a down dog. Inhale, arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale, you can go straight to a down dog or Vinyasa with me. So plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Very good. From here we'll come to a twist, a downward dog twist. So anchoring both feet, both hands down. Press your right hand down and start to lift your left hand up and grab whatever you can reach on your right hand. Right leg, sorry. Right leg. Alright, once you've got it, start to bring your upper body more towards your right armpit. You can look under your right armpit and kind of pull with your left hand. Make sure you're still pushing the right hand down and drawing the hips back. Good. Release, left hand down, same thing other arm. Become light on the right fingers and grab your left leg. Once you've grabbed something, draw your upper body under your left armpit, finding more twist in the spine. Keep breathing, keep pressing your left hand. If your mat is slippery like me, it's very uncomfortable. Don't fall. And bring your right hand down, knees down, child's pose just for a moment. Rest your shoulders, rest your breath. Relax here. All right. So while you rest for a few more breaths, I'm gonna explain what we're gonna do next. So we're going to do a little sequence of postures that are, a little sequence of posture that we're going to repeat twice. So twice on each side, of course. So the first time we'll do it a little bit slow. And it's just that since it's transitions that are not necessarily very easy to catch first time, I want us to have the possibility to do it a second time once we know where we're going. So yeah, let's go. And second time I'll also offer some more challenging options if you want to challenge yourself today. So when you are ready, come back to a downward facing dog. And I think I'm going to show from the other side. So make sure that you've got your block at the top of your mat. We're going to come to a half moon at some point. Alright, so lifting your hips, finding your down dog. Pressing into the hands. And as you inhale, lift the right leg up. Lifting up, stretching your torso, stretching your leg. Press
both hands down. Bend the right knee, open the right hip. And stacking the right hip on top of the left. Keep pushing into your left hand. Left arm is strong. Good. Moving to a rock star. So looking down and move your right foot under the left side of your body, towards the left side of the mat. You can rest your right foot on the mat. Option 1, we're staying here. Push the hands down. Option 2, we're moving the left heel on the mat and lifting the left hand up. So we're turning the toes of the left foot towards the left side so that you can anchor your entire foot. Press your right hand down and breathe. Keep both hands on the mat if that's enough for you. Good. Left hand comes back down and moving back to a three-legged dog. Right foot up. Let's bring your right foot forward between the hands. Left heel down. Warrior 2. Coming up, stretching the arms. Good. Breathe. Settle here. Relax the shoulders. Look towards your front hand. Yeah. Oh, and bend the right knee. Leaning slightly forward, flip the front palm. Exhale, reverse. Right hand up, left hand down. Let's try to go from here straight into a half moon. If you need to decompose the movement, come from Parvakonasana and take your time, do that. If you want to try to go from reverse warrior to half moon, you're going straight with your right hand on the block and floating your left leg up, left hand up. Take your time, push the left foot back, left hand up. And if you're struggling for balance, just look down. Keep your gaze towards your right hand. Very good. Bend the front knee, land back into warrior 2. And then hands down and Vinyasa or downward facing dog. Your choice. Lift the chest if you're in your Vinyasa with me. And exhale, downward dog. If you need a break in child's pose, take the break in child's pose. Make sure that you can breathe, that you're not out of breath. And let's prepare for the second side. When you're ready, coming back to your downward facing dog. And as you next inhale, press into the hands and lift the left leg up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Press the hands down, point the toe, and try to make one straight line with your body and your leg. And then bend the left knee, open the hip towards the left. Keep the right arm very strong and press the left knee towards the ceiling. Good, rock star. Bringing the left leg down and through the right side, right heel down. Maybe you're staying with both hands on the mat or you're lifting the right hand up. Lift the hips, press the right foot down, press the left hand and breathe. Right hand comes back down. Swivel onto your right foot, lift the left leg up again. And left foot forward into warrior 2. Breathe here, settle. Warrior 2 feels so easy after all of this. It's not the easiest pose usually, but everything's relative. Let's lean forward, flip the front palm and reverse. Alright, so you know where we're going. Take your time, don't fall. Let's come to a half moon. Deconstruct the pose, take more steps if you need to, and slowly lift the right leg up, right arm up. Take your time with it and balance. If you want your right hand to stay on your hip today, stay in this version also fine. Making sure your right hip is on top of the left. You're opening the hips towards the right side of the mat. One more breath here. And bend the front knee, coming back to warrior two. And Vinyasa. Going to child's pose, to down dog, or to your Vinyasa. Alright, good. Drop the knees again for a child's pose and breathe. Just coming back to your breath, to your body, noticing how you're feeling after this little sequence that we're going to do again. That's the good news. And decide what you're going to do with this second time. So I'm going to give you a couple more challenging options. Do you feel like you want to try them? Or do you feel like, no, this was more than enough for me? I might even just stay in child's pose. You'll never know. Alright, 2 more breaths and we're coming back to a downward dog. Alright, let's go. Lifting the hips and preparing for the second set. With your next inhale, let's lift the right leg up, press into both hands, lift the leg, point the toes, and stretch. Bend the knee, open the hip, lifting the knee a little bit higher if you can. Keep sending the hips back, the left heel towards the mat. And let's feed the right leg through towards the left. Maybe swivel onto your left foot to ground the entire foot on the floor. Maybe lift the left hand up. And maybe, bonus points, lift the right foot up. And breathe. For another 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, right hand up, right leg up, sorry. For your 3-legged dog again. Feeding the right foot through. And left heel down for warrior two. Relax the shoulders, relax the breath. Lean forward, flip the front palm and reverse. Reverse warrior. Keep the right knee bent. And again, going to half moon, leaning forward, right hand to the block or to the floor. And lifting the left foot up, left arm up as well. From here, if you're very stable in your half moon, you can also float the right hand off the mat, off the floor. Maybe even bring it to the left shoulder. Try to keep the body turning towards the left. Breathe for 1 more breath. And bend the front knee. Find again your warrior two. Hands down, Vinyasa. Take a break. Come into down dog or Vinyasa. Another 2 breaths wherever you are before we start with the next and last side. As you next inhale, press into the hands, lift the left leg up, 3-legged dog. Strong body, calm breath. Bend the knee, open the hip. Keep pushing into the hands. Draw the knee higher. Feed the left foot through, swivel onto your right foot, keep the hands down or lift the right hand up and maybe lift the left foot up for a side plank with a twist. Another 2 Another one. And the right hand comes back down. Three-legged dog again. And warrior two. Left foot forward, right heel down. Open and breathe. Alright, our last half moon. Lean forward in reverse. Left hand up, stretch the left side body, bend the left knee. And when you are ready, floating straight into your half moon if you can. Right hand up, toes to the side. Take your time, don't fall. And if you fall, just come back into it, that's fine. If you want to challenge yourself like you did on the other side, float the left hand up. Maybe to your right shoulder, maybe just fingertips above the floor. Keep opening the chest. And bend the front knee, land back into warrior two. Well done. And Vinyasa, last one, step back. Rest or Vinyasa or downward dog, your choice. Once you're back in your down dog, drop the knees, child's pose. Resting your forehead down, your version of child's pose, making sure that your shoulders can relax completely and your breath can slow down. Woo. Another 2 breaths. And then slowly come back onto your knees. So we're sitting here in this hero pose. So hips towards the heels, and we'll lean back onto our hands. Hands just under the shoulders. You can press into the hands and lift the chest up. Option 1, just stay here. We just want to open the chest. Breathe. Option 2, if you want a bit more stretch in the hips, you can press up. Engage the glutes. Lift the hips off the heels. Sending the hips forward. And then relax the hips down. Very good. Coming back briefly into a downward dog. Tucking the toes. Lift the hips. Bring the toes out and move your hands back. Drop the hips to a squat, to our Malasana. Your deepest squat. You can be sitting on a block if you want to. You can have your heels lifting, no problem. But you can also place something under your heels so that you can rest there. Lift the chest, move your neck around. You can do some neck rolls here. We're just trying to slow down. Press the elbows into the thighs. Alright, option for crow pose here. I won't blame you if you choose not to do it. But I'm going to come a little bit more forward. Let's give crow a couple of tries. If you want to do an arm balance, if you still have some energy, let's go. Otherwise, just stay in your squat. You can also just sit down and come to Baddha Konasana. Alright, let's go for crow. Spread the fingers, place your hands down, shoulder width apart. Lift the hips and draw your elbows towards you, towards each other. push the hands down. Start to create this little dome shape between your shoulder blades. And let's place the knees as high as you can onto your arms. Start to look forward and kind of grip your mat. So you're trying to grip the floor, pressing the fingertips down. Look forward and start to lean your body weight forward. Draw the feet towards you and float maybe for a couple of breaths. When you're ready to come down, just come back to your Malasana. Alright, let's again move the knees down, and this time we'll separate the feet and see if you can sit between your feet here, so rolling the calves out and sit between the feet. If that's not happening, you can also sit on a block between the feet. And actually we'll do one leg at a time. So left foot is going to be in front of you, bent, and yeah, see if you can sit inside of your right foot. If not, sit on the block. Alright, and from here we'll move the hands back. Good. Moving the hands back and maybe the elbows, maybe laying all the way down flat on the mat. We just want to feel something into the front of the right thigh. So if you're already feeling it when you're here, just stay here. Alright, and from here we'll press into the left foot and into the top of the right foot and lift the hips up and tuck the tailbone. So bring the pubic bone up towards you and the tailbone down towards the back of your right knee, and engage the glutes. Squeeze the butt, and you will feel it a little bit more strongly into the front of the right thigh. Just breathe here for a few moments and then rest back down. And we'll do that one more time. So take a rest. And when you're ready, press into the left foot, right foot. Lift the hips up. Lift your pubic bone up, tailbone down, squeeze the glutes. Stay there for a few seconds. And then drop the hips down. And come back up. And we'll switch sides. So carefully bring your right foot forward and the left foot close to your right hip. So you're not sitting on the foot here, it's outside of your hip. We'll show on the other side. Same thing. On your hands, on your elbows. Take a moment here to settle. And then when you are ready, press into the hands and the feet, lift the hips, and tilt the pelvis back. Engage the glutes, squeeze the butt. And then draw the hips back down. Alright, one more. Inhale, lifting up. Tuck the tailbone, engage the glutes, breathe. If that's already, it's a bit late for me to say this, but if that's already enough, if you already feel enough of a stretch, you don't have to do the lifting of the hips. I could have said this a bit earlier, I'll admit. Alright, and drop the hips down and relax. Carefully come out of the pose, stretch the legs. Maybe massage the knees. And let's draw the right knee in and come to a Janu Shavasana shape now. So hips nice and wide apart. And your right foot close to your groin. Left leg stretched out. We'll turn towards the left leg. So
we've got a bit of a twist in the spine here. We lift the chest as we inhale, and as we exhale, we are folding forward. So if you have a tendency to have very tight legs, here you will want to lift the chest and find extension in the spine, drawing the chest forward, trying to really keep a straight back. If you have a tendency to have a tight lower back, then you will round the spine, and you can even push into your legs here, onto the leg or onto the floor, onto the foot, and really try to, as if you're being punched in the gut, trying to move the back towards the back. Round the spine as much as you can. And relax. Let it go. And then turn towards the right leg. Left hand to your right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to look over the right shoulder and a bit towards the floor as well, so that you get a stretch to the back of the neck. As you inhale, let's come back to center, and we'll switch legs. Left foot in, right leg out. All right. Let's turn towards your right leg, lift the chest, and then the same thing, doing the same variation you did on the other side. So if you're really struggling to straighten the leg here, keep this length in the spine, chest standing forward. Don't forget to engage the quadriceps here, so you're really strengthening the front of your right thigh. If you have a tight lower back, you can reach your left hand forward, round the spine a lot, let the head drop. Keep breathing. And then slowly release. And let's turn to the other side. So right hand to left knee, lifting the chest, left hand behind you. Inhale and exhale, look over the left shoulder. My cat is in his litter box right now. It never happened before. All those classes I've given online this year, it never happened before. Sorry for the background music we're gonna get. Alright, very good. And let's release. Hopefully it'll be gone for Shavasana. Okay, let's lay down. Come onto your backs. Make yourself comfortable. It's not Shavasana just yet, but we're almost there. So let's bring the right knee into the chest and a little bit out. Hands on top of the knee or behind the knee. And your left leg can stay with the left foot on the mat, or you can stretch it forward as well. And here I like to point the toes and really reach out with the left foot so that I find a good opposition between both hips. So the right hip is completely flexed and I'm trying to find some extension on the left side. And let's switch. Left knee in, right leg out. Pulling the left knee towards your left armpit, pointing the toe on the right leg, and gently
pulling towards yourself. And release. Good. Let's bring both knees in now for happy baby. So you can grab the back of the legs, knees towards the floor, or if it's accessible, you can grab the outside of the feet, draw the soles of the feet towards the ceiling, and the hips grounding down. Drawing the sacrum towards the mat. They're going to have a tendency to want to lift up, and you just want to counter that. Soles of the feet towards the ceiling still, as much as you can. And gently pulling onto your feet. You can rock, you can be playful with it. You can straighten one leg, straighten the other. Just explore and do what feels good. You've done a lot of hard work today. You've deserved it. Awesome. And let's release. I'm going to suggest a deep twist, but you can do, of course, the version of the twist that you like for the final twist. So start with both feet on the mat and move the hips towards the right. And so first option is simply to drop both knees stacked on towards the left, or the most intense version is to straighten the left leg and bring the right leg over. And stretch the right arm to the side. You can look towards your right hand. As you inhale, let's come back up. Tesla. Move your hips towards the left and change sides. Left knee moving towards the right side and stretch the left arm away from you. Good. Inhale, let's come back to center. Move your hips back to center. And let's prepare for Shavasana. Knees to the chest, wrap the arms around the legs. Lift your head, give yourself a big, big hug. Squeeze yourself into a tight little ball. Squeeze everything. And as you exhale, relax. Stretch the legs or keep the knees bent and let the knees fall towards each other. Your comfortable position for Shavasana. Letting the feet relax, the shoulders draw away from the ears, letting the chest open, the fingers curl naturally. And let's take a long inhale here and sigh it out. Another long inhale. And slow exhale. And let your full body relax. As I throw my cat out of the room. Bringing your awareness back to the breath. Start to slowly take slower inhales and longer exhales. Very slowly and smoothly inhaling so that you fill up the lungs. And exhale, let it go. Start to bring some movement back in the fingers and toes. Moving the hands and the feet. Swaying the head from side to side. And bring the feet together and the arms overhead. Stretching your full body. And relaxing as you exhale. Bring the knees into the chest. And let yourself fall to the side. When you inhale, push yourself up into a seating position. Take your time, no rush. Keep your eyes closed a little bit longer. Taking in your practice. Noticing how you are feeling now. And giving yourself thanks for practicing today. Recognizing all your efforts. As you next inhale, raise the arms up. And exhale, bring your palms to your chest. Bow the head towards the hands. Open the eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you very much. Well done. That wasn't an easy one.